we are on a series called Mentally Strong. Healing 101 is a place where we come to heal from our past traumas. This is a place where we come to prioritize self-love, self-care. This is a place where we come to understand that our setbacks are just a part of the process. Y'all better get excited about that. So guys, welcome to Healing 101. If this is your first time with us, my name is DrMonifa Jones. I want you guys to know that I'm a transformational life coach. In addition to that, I'm a previous college professor. I'm an entrepreneur, a business owner. I'm a health and wellness business distributor. But most of all, I'm a mother, a sister, a daughter, a wife, and effective today, I'm your friend. So if you're brand new with us, go ahead and show us some love. I see one of my dear friends, Urban Tees, is with us. Guys, check her out, follow her. Her clothing line is banging. You guys will love it. So guys, welcome to Healing 101. I want you guys to know, as we embark upon this journey for being mentally strong, we are going to a place where we've never been before. She says she can't hear. We have, it's storming and raining here. Queen, can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear. We have a storm and a rain. And I'm speaking of the rain, guys. It's amazing. I call rain liquid sunshine. So many people who are not mentally strong get upset when they see the rain. They get upset when they see the storm coming. But one thing I want you to know, if we are mentally strong and we're proactive about our lives, guess what? Instead of cursing the rain, instead of being upset when we see the rain falling, we will go ahead and get an umbrella. Get excited about that. So Queen says there is no sound. Let's see. 1 second, Facebook. We have someone that says, I can't hear you. Oh, this one can hear us. This one cannot. Let's see. Still no sound. Can you hear me? Hey guys, we're going to continue in a minute. We want to make sure also I'm on Facebook. Sorry, we do have a storm here right now. So I'm on Facebook Live. On Facebook, can you hear me loud and clear? Instagram says they cannot hear me. And it may have something to do. Great. Mom said, well, she can hear us. Guys, I'm so sorry if you can't hear me. If you guys would jump on over on Facebook, we're going to keep it going. We're going to record it. So if you miss it, please join us, because we're going to make sure you have the recording and the replay. But we're going to go on and get excited. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So let's talk about being mentally strong. So I'm super excited because we are just going on to this series, and this series is making me so happy. You know why it's making me so happy? Because it's showing me all my flaws. It's showing me all of my shortcomings. It's showing me all of the ways that I need to improve. And I have determined within myself that in 2022, I'm going to be better. I'm not going to be bitter. I'm going to be better. I'm going to improve myself. I'm going to make sure that I am living my best life. And in order for me to do that, I have to be mentally strong. I cannot be weak. I cannot be shallow. I cannot be silly. I cannot be always self-pitying myself. Because mentally strong people, they don't feel sorry for themselves. We're going to finish that up today. Mentally strong people, they don't pity themselves. What they do is they find solutions. I remember a time I was always looking for someone to save me. I remember a time that I was hoping someone would see me, someone would approve me, someone would validate me. And then I realized I don't need anybody to save me. I can save myself. When I was in a very, 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 very unhealthy relationship, I want you to know that my friends pulled me up. And they basically gave me a scenario of a woman who was in a very, very unhealthy, toxic, violent relationship. Her husband was a womanizer. Her husband was not there for her emotionally, spiritually, physically, financially, or any other way. And they said, what would you tell this woman? You're a therapist. How can we talk to this woman? What would you tell her? And I gave them a scenario. I would tell her, get out of there. I will have you guys to help her with an exit plan. And my friends pulled me up and said, we talking about you. and I was blown away. So what I realized today, in order for me to be mentally strong, I have to be the best version of myself. So what would I tell myself in a situation that I don't approve of? What would I tell me? Instagram, can you guys hear me? I'm sorry. What would I tell myself? So I'm asking you the question. In all of your pitfalls of life, the things that you call setbacks, which are really just a set up for a comeback, what would you tell yourself? Would you tell yourself to hang in there for a person who obviously does not have your back? Would you tell yourself to never, ever have a self-care ritual? To never, ever feel strong in your body? To never, ever try to seek being healthy? Try to eat clean? Try to exercise? I heard a medical doctor. He serviced Asians over the age of 80. Asians 80 to 120. He is a doctor for seniors who are 80 to 120. And guess what he said? It don't even matter what you eat. I eat bacon and eggs every morning. I don't eat meat, but I'm talking about other people. He said it don't even matter what you eat. He said it matters that you move your body. Because the moment you stop moving your body will stop moving. I was like, what? He said the moment you stop moving your body will stop moving. So if you want your body moving into the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, keep moving it. Keep walking every day. I don't care if it's 30 minutes. He said all of my patients walk every day, which is why they can walk into the clinic. And those who don't walk, whether they 40, 50, 60, those who don't walk, they also are in wheelchairs. They also have canes. They also are on walkers. Why? Because they don't walk. And I said, wow, that seems to me to be so amazing, but also so simple. He said, if you keep walking, you will keep walking. I was like, duh. He said, the moment you stop moving your body will stop moving. I was like, oh, I get it. I better move every day. I don't care if it's raining, storming. I need to be moving. Get excited. So if we're mentally strong, we will understand things like that seem to confound the wise. People, how am I going to live a long life? How am I going to be my best self? How little simple things like every single day, moving your body, having a self-care ritual. I can't tell you as a psychologist how many people I meet. They don't have a self-care ritual, but they expect other people to care for them. Do y'all hear me? Like, life can really open up for you. You are looking for someone to care for you, care for yourself, but you don't care for yourself. I promise you, the moment you start caring for yourself, you're going to stop worrying about other people caring for you. Queen, let me know if you guys can hear me. Now, let's get into why we have to make sure that we are mentally strong. We got like 13 things to talk about. But we had started talking about, look, we don't waste no time feeling sorry for ourselves. We're not waiting for anybody to come and save us. Look at your situation and talk to yourself. Save yourself. What would you tell someone who was in your predicament? Would you tell them to stay poor? Would you tell them to stay not moving? Would you tell them to stay in sickness, illness, and disease? Would you tell them to stay in toxic, unhealthy relationships? Of course you wouldn't. So what would you tell them? So tell yourself. And not only tell yourself, but actually do that. Get excited. So I want you to understand that giving up self-pity will make you stronger. I used to be her, so I'm talking to myself if this is too much for you. I used to be the woman that pitied myself. I always felt like I was being mistreated. And so people would mistreat me, and then I would mistreat me. They would say something, I would go home and say it to myself 1,000 times. I would cry about it. I would wonder why I was being mistreated. And can I tell you, all those years, it didn't work. Me staying in that stinking thinking didn't work. Me staying in that cycle of self-pity didn't work. So I want you to know, if you want to be mentally strong, there's no such thing as ourselves at all. We save ourselves. We find solutions for ourselves. We see that a setback is just a setup for a comeback. We figure out what are we going to learn from this experience. So I want you to know things that are helpful and things that are not helpful. If we're going to be mentally strong, if we're not going to feel sorry for ourselves, if we're not going to pity ourselves, if we're going to jack ourselves up and say, what would I do if I was mentally strong? I wouldn't stay in bed till 4 o'clock. I would get my butt up early in the morning. What would I do if I was mentally strong? I would eat clean because I want a good bill of health. What would I do if I was mentally strong? I would move my body unapologetically. I don't need to ask your permission to be good to me. It's self-care, self-esteem, self-love, okay? And in order to be mentally strong, this is some work that you have to sign up for. This is some work that's not going to be easy, but I promise you it's going to be worth it. But it's very, very easy, but it's just easier not to do, okay? So here's some things that are helpful as we have become mentally strong. Number one, we always take notes. We think 60,000 thoughts a day. We make 10,000 decisions a day. We are not leaving that up to chance. I don't know about you, but in my teens, my 20s, my 30s, my 40s, I left all that up to chance. I was hoping you would love me. I was hoping you accept me. And I left it up to chance. But I want you to know that now I'm intentional. I'm not waiting for you to love me. I love me. I'm not waiting for you to approve of me. I approve of myself. I'm not waiting for you to validate me because I finally realized that validation is for parking. You better get excited about that. And so now that I understand that, I can be mentally strong. So number one, here's what's helpful. Giving yourself a reality check so you don't exaggerate how bad the situation really is. I told you guys, I love this book by Amy Morin, Morin, 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do. And let me tell you what's helpful. Get a reality check. Can I tell you, I was the great exaggerator. Somebody would stare at me wrong, and I had it in my mind they ready to kill me and murder me. Oh, they hate me. Oh, they don't like me. Oh, they talking about me. We exaggerate stuff that's not even real. People not even thinking about us like that. They're not into us that much, right? But our mind, for whatever reason, it always goes to the worst. I don't know about you, but that was me. My mind always went to the worst. I always had people in the world against me, but it wasn't real. So I had to give myself a reality check. And I had to understand that people were caught up in their own world. People were concerned about their own circumstances. People were so caught up in their lives that they were not concerned about me. And I was making it bigger than what it really is. So please, we're journaling. Give yourself a reality check. If that person says, you ain't, I'm going to find somebody better than you. You ain't worth it. You ain't nobody. You ain't that cute. I can do better. Do you understand that if a person has the ability or even the desire or even the will to put you down, do you understand they're trying to pull you down, which means they are below you? They are insecure. They may be jealous and envious. And their only way to get to you is to talk to you in a condescending way. And you actually believe it? You better look at yourself. You better take gratitude for yourself. Instead of feeling sorry for yourself, be thankful. When I had a clinic site at one of the high schools, I had a sign on the wall and said, don't focus on all the things that is not going right. Do not focus on all of the things that are not going well, but focus on the one thing that is going well. I had my students trying to graduate from high school, parents, substance abusers, no money, no college, no college admissions, no car, no future. Felt like they were stuck in the inner city, thought they couldn't make it. And I explained to them, what do you have going for you? Figure that out. You got one auntie, you got one grandma that got your back, figure it out. There is something that each and every one of us have going for us. What are you going to do to bring solution to your life? We are mentally strong. We don't sit and cry because of course, we have to cleanse, and that's a part of the process. But that's not something we do for 8 months without action. It comes to a point where you got to dry them tears. You got to blow that nose, and you got to find a solution. We are mentally strong. In order for us to take our lives to the next level, we have to become different people. Number 2, replacing overly negative thoughts about your situation with more realistic thoughts. Stop thinking so negative. Everybody is not against you. Everybody doesn't hate you. They have their own troubles. They have their own worries. They just projected it onto you. Please understand that people can only treat you the way they feel about themselves. So they're treating you in a loving, kind, and generous way. That's how they feel about themselves. And if they're treating you in a condescending, negative way, that's how they feel about themselves. So I want you to replace those negative thoughts with thoughts of gratitude and love and peace. Number 3, choosing to actively problem solve and work on improving your situation. Can I tell you, in order for things to get better, you must get better. In order for things to change, you must change. I want you to stop waiting for a superhero to fall out of the sky. I want you to stop waiting for your knight in shining armor to come on a white horse. I was horseback riding this weekend. It was awesome. But I don't want you to wait for your knight in shining armor to come riding through on a horse. I don't want you to wait for that lottery scratch-off ticket for you to have financial abundance. I don't want you to wait for a man to come, a new house to come, a new car to come for you to have your happiness. I want you to determine within yourself you're mentally strong and you provide solutions for yourself. In order for you to change yourself spiritually, you're going to have to change yourself spiritually. In order for you to change yourself physically, you're going to have to change yourself physically. Same thing mentally. Same thing with relationships. Why do you think you're going to get better physically if you won't do anything different physically? Like I keep telling us, we are so delusional. That was me for years. I thought things were just going to get better by and by. No. In order for things to get better, you must get better. In order for things to change, you must change. Get excited about that. It's important for us to understand that we have way more power than we give ourselves credit for. I used to wait for some spiritual guru. I used to wait for a pastor. I used to wait for a husband. I used to wait for a relative, a family, just anybody. Come save me, please. Until I realized nobody was coming. And can I tell you, no one was coming. That's when I stood up. When I realized that I was at the end of my rope, that's when the beginning of my life began. When I realized I couldn't depend on my family, I couldn't depend on my ex-husband, I couldn't even depend on my bank account. I couldn't even depend on my own professional skills, my own gifts, skills, and abilities and talents. I couldn't depend on that. When they shut down the world, it don't matter how excited you are. If nothing's moving, nothing is moving. And when I realized that, when I came to the end of myself, I realized that nobody ain't coming to save me. I have to save me. Everything that I ever needed has always been here. Everything that I ever wanted, I have always had access to. What is the difference today? I made a decision to be the solution for myself. I made a decision to stop depending on external components. I'm going to wait for my husband. I'm going to wait for my friends to see who I am. I'm going to wait for all of my relatives to start following me and purchasing my products. And then I'm going to know I'm a good person. No. You think I'm holding my breath? I'm not. I am my solution. I look for no other. My whole life, I've been looking outside of myself. And then when I finally got still, I realized I don't need to look any further Because the whole time I've been looking for me. The whole time my higher self has been speaking to me, telling me, wake up. There is an awakening right here where you tap into it. And the moment I did that, my life changed. Did my house change? No. Did my zip code change? No. But can I tell you the scales coming off of my eyes? Can I tell you me having that awakening? Man, when I tell you, when y'all crying about the rain, I'm calling it liquid sunshine. I'm excited. That's how I get my fruits and my vegetables. That's how I take a shower every day. Don't be cursing my rain. I love the rain. I realize I see things differently now. Get excited, right? Number 3, choosing to actively, we just said that, problem solve. Number 4, getting active and behaving in a way that makes me less likely to feel sorry for myself. What are you doing every day that you pitying yourself? Like, what are you doing? You staying in bed all day. You're not taking a bath. You're not personally developing. You're not spiritually developing. You're not doing anything about your finances. You're just stuck. You're just going to sit in the dark, be depressed, always have anxiety about the future, and just think it's going to get better. Lord, have mercy. I'm telling you, if you're going to wait for that, I don't think it's going to work for you. But I want you to know, if you decide today to be mentally strong, and you decide today that you're going to provide solutions for yourself, you're going to take your journal book. I got me so many. I got me boxes of them, 35 cents, baby. You're going to take your journal book and you're going to write down every aspect of your life and how it needs to increase. You don't think your life going to be different in 90 days? My God, what would it look like next year? Did I tell you that the doctor said that all of his patients are over the age of 80? First of all, that's amazing. Second of all, he said they all walk into the doctor's office. That's equally awesome. Third of all, he said they walked in there because they continue to walk, Pam. And we wonder why our life stops. Do you know why our life is impeded? Our progress is hindered because we stop. We give up. We stop believing in ourselves. We stop holding on to the victory. We start believing the lies. But what we have to do today is to realize the real lies and to say, not one more day will I pity myself. Not one more day will I think I don't have the solution. I know the answer to the problem. I just haven't tapped into it because I haven't stopped for 5 minutes. And furthermore, why do you qualify for the solution and the answer to your problem when you won't even give yourself 5 minutes? Some problems and solutions take hours. Some take weeks. My God, maybe years. But you won't give yourself 5 minutes and you think your whole life just going to magically turn around. Just let me tell you in advance, just give up. I never tell anybody to give up, but I don't want you to be delusional. I don't want you to say everything is just going to be perfect. It's not. You have to apply yourself to the work. And then you'll see the results. The results are going to be measurable outcomes from the work that you put in. Your prayers need feet. Your manifestations need action. Your affirmations need action. You can't say I am great, I am phenomenal, and then live like a vagabond. Live with low self-esteem, no confidence in yourself. Waiting for everybody to validate you instead of you telling yourself you're the bomb.com every morning when you look in the mirror. Hey, gorgeous, what's up? What's today going to be? Are you going to do your day or is your day going to do you? What's up? How are we going to take hold of this day? We better get excited about going to the next level spiritually, physically, financially, relationally, and mentally, emotionally, in every way of our lives. How do you talk to yourself? The way you speak to yourself is going to have a direct impact on the outcome of your life. I promise you that. The next one, getting active and behaving in a way that makes you less likely to feel sorry for yourself, even if you don't feel like it. And the final one, practicing gratitude every day. This is going to be helpful. I want you to be thankful for your progress, no matter how small. I want you to do things that bring you joy. I want you to do things that make your heart sing. I want you to make sure you have a self-care ritual. I want you to know nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to love you until you first love yourself. Nobody's going to care for you. See, that's the way the world is set up. Our ego gets some type of way crazy when we get all of that unfounded. But when we get it with gratitude and appreciation, that's when it becomes foundational. It becomes a part of our life. That is when we are pure, when we are clean, when we can actually be a receiver and receive all of the good things that life has to offer for us. Now, let me tell you what's not helpful. Allowing yourself to believe that your life is worse than most people's lives. Look, don't believe the hype. Stop watching people's lives on social media and thinking your life is so bad. Did you wake up this morning? Are you alive? Please notify your face that you're alive. Can you walk? Can you see? Can you hear? Listen, it's not as bad as you think. I'm telling you, if you can get up, you can do it again. Life, let me tell you, life is just a feedback of what's going on in our lives. It mirrors who we are. That's it. And nothing more. I want you guys to kind of see the truth of life and kind of uncover the mysteries of life. To say, oh, this is a mirror of what's happening with me. I don't value myself. That's why my friends show me they don't value me. I don't respect myself. That's why my husband shows me he don't respect me. Oh, I don't love myself. And I always feel less than. Why? Feel better. Gain your confidence. Grab your joy. Nobody's going to give it to you. You need to take it. Indulging in exaggerating negative thoughts about how difficult your life is. That's not helpful. Don't think about things that you don't want to manifest, period. Anything that I don't want to manifest, I'm not spending no time on it. I'm not going to do all this thinking about things that I don't want to manifest. I understand that I have a creative power inside of me. I understand that I can tap into the power inside of me. I understand that it's great. And I understand it takes the same strength to think great as it does to think small. So why would I take all this power, all this creativity, all the phenomenal wisdom inside of me and use that to have thinking about something I don't want when I know all I'm going to do is manifest it to myself? I know it's tough. I'm telling you, I don't talk about it to my husband. I don't talk about it to my friends. I just don't manifest it because I don't want it. It's a practice, but you got to start doing that so you can get over that. Also, remaining passive about the situation and focusing only on how you feel rather than what you can do. Do you know how many people are passive and be like, it's okay. I'll just do what you want me to do, knowing you don't feel good about it. How do you feel? You feel empowered? You feel courageous? Tap into that. You feel joy? You feel happiness? Tap into that. You feel grief? You feel misery? You feel shame? Run. You feel discouraged? Run. No, we don't do that. Why? Because we are mentally strong. I want you guys to know we're going to be on this series, but as I promised you guys from last week, and I don't even know if she's on because I don't know why Instagram said they can't hear me, but Queen, everybody get excited and give Queen Ali a hand. She is the winner of, we would love for you to share, to drop a message, even if it's your replay, press replay, share. I'm on YouTube. You can like, subscribe. So guys, I'm trying to expand this platform. I am trying to be a servant to all. So I am now on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. I would love for you to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. But guys, whoever shares or leaves a message, we're going to have gifts for everybody every week. And I'm excited. Everybody give it up for Queen. She is the winner of this week. Oh, there she is. Yes, Queen. Yes, she is the winner. She is with us on Facebook. I want you guys to know she is an amazing soul. Always, as you see, always participating. And let me tell you, it doesn't matter where you come from, baby. It matters where you're going to. As long as we have progress, that's all that matters. So I'm excited about that. Queen, go ahead and drop your address in my message box so I can send you your gift. I'm so excited. So guys, we're going to go into our meditation. I always say every day, if you don't have 5 minutes, you don't have a life. I want you guys to know that we get 24 hours every day. You have 23 hours and 55 minutes to do whatever you want to do with it. But 5 minutes, you need to steal away. That's where you're going to find your strength, your courage, your wisdom. That's when you're going to find your instructions, your directions. You don't need it from anybody. You just don't. Tap into the wisdom within. When you go there, you'll never look to anybody else for advice, I promise you. The well of wisdom is right where you are. Stop looking. You already found who you're looking for. And it's the person on the other side of that mirror. Get excited. So guys, I say a little affirmation every day. I say you can put your hand over your heart, close your eyes, because we have sight, but we don't have vision sometimes. Life gets tough. And we just need to tap into faith. Sometimes we got to close our eyes and be like, I don't see all that, because that is disturbing to me, right? And sometimes we have to go within. So may love continue to shine on you. And may love be gracious to you and grant you peace. I forgive myself for believing that I should have done better when I didn't know how. And I also forgive others for the same. I am open and ready for things to start going my way. I believe that things are going to go my way. I am asking to receive a message in this physical world today that is a reflection of that. I am open and ready to receive that message. It's already done. It's already done. I already have it. It's already mine. We are mentally strong. We are visualizing the life of our dreams. We're finding solutions and we're walking into that, baby. Anything that don't feel mentally strong, we don't do that no more. Get excited. We powerful over here. And we tapping into our strength. You guys have an amazing day, phenomenal day. And I'll see you Monday through Friday, live at 5.